Alright, you guys, so I did my top 10 best movies of 2014. I did my worst movies of 2014 that I saw. Now it's time for the most anticipated movies, my top 10 most anticipated movies for 2015. Um, yeah, so let's just jump right into it. Number 10, Furious 7. Now, Furious 7, I'm not that big on the Fast and Furious franchise personally. I like number 5, I liked 6 a little bit better than that. Um, but I'm really interested in 7 because I want couple reasons. One, I want to see how they deal with the whole Paul Walker situation. Um, James Wan is directing it, so he's moving from horror to action. I want to see what he does with the Fast and Furious franchise, and because my main man Jason Statham is the villain of the film, and I can never go wrong with Jason Statham. Got a little man crush on him. So yeah, Furious 7 makes my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2015 list. Number 9. This is about to come out. Taken 3. Now I know what you're thinking. The first Taken movie is awesome. It's badass. It's terrific, and I absolutely love the first Taken movie. The second one I didn't hate like everybody else did, but it definitely was a step down from the first one. I have a lot of problems with it, but I am curious to see where they're going to go with this one because thank you, Liam Neeson. He said he was not going to return if somebody got taken again, and nobody gets taken in this one. So I'm very interested to see the story. Forrest Whitaker's in this one. Yeah, pretty excited about that. Number 8, True Story. Now, this is one of those movies where if you would have asked me a month ago, I would have been interested in seeing it. It just maybe wouldn't have been on my top 10 most anticipated list. But that first trailer came out. And this has got Jonah Hill and James Franco in it. It's a drama film based on a true story about how this guy seeked out this journalist to basically talk to him. And that trailer, 20 seconds in, I was hooked. I was in. I'm like, I need to go see this immediately, and it made the top 10 list. Number 7, Hot Tub Time Machine 2. Now, Hot Tub Time Machine is a movie, again, that I absolutely adore. I love it. I can never get tired of Hot Tub Time Machine. It's not the most, realistic film, but it's funny, and I love it, and I have a lot of fun with it. Uh, Even though John Cusack's not coming back for this one, uh, I thought that was going to be distracting at first, but then once that trailer hit, it's not distracting at all. Not saying that John Cusack was bad in the first one, but looking at that trailer, you realize that yeah, John Cusack was a little weak in the first Hot Tub Time Machine movie. He didn't stand out as much as Clark Duke, Craig Robinson, and Rob Corduroy was. Um, so Hot Tub Time Machine 2 is number 7. Number 6, Jurassic World. Now, obviously, I grew up in the 90s, so yeah, I mean, I didn't get to see any of the Jurassic Parks in theaters, um, but I did go see the first one. When they re-released it in 3D, that was badass. Obviously, the first one's so great, and it's a classic. I even like Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World, the one with, Jeff Goldblum back, and Vince Vaughn, and, yeah, I mean, I have fun. I have fun with that one. Julianne Moore was also in that one. Jurassic Park 3. I was really disappointed by Jurassic Park 3. I did not like it at all. But Jurassic World looks so good. It's got Chris Pratt there. Ty Simpkins is in there. Looks like Judy Greer's in there too. Uh, so yeah, I'm really really excited for Jurassic World. It's gonna be Star Lord with dinosaurs. It's gonna be badass. Number 5. The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2. Now, this is another movie where if you would have asked me a month ago, probably wouldn't have been on my list. I like the Hunger Games movies, but, I was never really that big of a fan of them. Like, I wasn't too much into it, but I did enjoy the first two movies. That last one, though, blew me away, and I can't wait to see how this is going to end and where this is going to end. Um, for part two, and because I have not read the book, so I don't know where it's going. This is going to be really exciting for me. Number 4, Inside Out. Now, Inside Out is the new film from Disney and Pixar about 5 emotions that are in a girl's head, and that trailer or clip or whatever it was, I think it was a trailer, but it was more like a clip. Um, this film is going to be something special, and I think it's going to be Pixar's best film in a long time. So I'm really, really looking forward to Inside Out. You got some great people providing the voices in there. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. Number three, Ant Man. It's kind of funny. I wanted to get this video up sooner, but last night the first trailer for Ant Man was released, and yeah, I mean, I made this list before that trailer, so yeah, Ant Man looks like it's going to be really really cool. He's not a known character, like not too many people know about him. Um, yeah, but it looks like this movie's gonna be really entertaining. It's gonna be, the Marvel thing. It's gonna be serious for the most part, but it's gonna have those subtle jokes in there. Paul Rudd looks like he's gonna do a great job. I obviously had no worries about him or Michael Douglas. Michael Pena's in there. Corey Stoll is Yellow Jacket. Evangeline Lilly is Wasp. I'm into it. I'm a Marvel fanboy. I'm a Marvel geek. So yeah, sign me up for anything that Marvel decides to do, especially Ant Man. That's such a cool story. Uh, the whole Scott Lang storyline of how to steal an Ant Man was what it was called. Number two, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Episode 7. Yeah, obviously, I'm a big Star Wars fan, and when I say that I'm a big Star Wars fan, I mean I only love the original trilogy. Couldn't stand the prequels. You know what? I can actually tolerate Revenge of the Sith. Um, but the other two prequels, man, like there's some stuff in Episode 1 that I liked. Small minor things, but that movie was awful. Attack of the Clones, I didn't like anything from that movie. So yeah, obviously this is going to be a big deal for me to see the original trio back. Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford. Um, excuse me. Um, so it's going to be great seeing them back, plus a whole. See how much they're actually in there, because I really don't know how much they're going to be in there. But yeah. But to see all these new characters come in, and yeah, I don't know anything about like the expanded universe, so I'm not going to know who some of these new characters are. Um, yeah. All right. So yeah, I mean, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, and that trailer, obviously, it's on my top 10 list. Finally, number one, my most anticipated movie of 2014. We're only a few months shy away from it. Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, obviously, I love the first Avengers, and like I said, I love anything that Marvel puts out. They really know what they're doing over there in Disney and Marvel Studios and stuff like that. They know what they're doing, they have a plan. But Age of Ultron looks so different from the first movie. The first one was kind of lighthearted, had a lot of jokes in there, and this one looks like it's going to have some jokes in there too. But this one's definitely much darker, and it's more serious. It looks like, and it's going to take a completely different direction. And it looks like it's going, according to Kevin Feige, he says this is going to change everything that the Marvel plan, the Marvel movies are going to go from here. So obviously, number one, Avengers: Age of Ultron. So guys, what are your top 10 most anticipated movies of 2014? How do you guys like some of the titles that are on my list? Are they pretty much the same from yours? Do you have a completely different list? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah. Well, see you later.